Okay, hello, welcome to my first video. This is LH Collider, and I'm here to basically go through and try to let's play the Higurashi When They Cry console arcs. Now, for those who don't know, the whole thing of how Higurashi was released, it was very complicated. There were the original PC release by Higurashi 07, and which is just now being re-released on PC for Western audiences by Manga Gamer. And they are currently up to Taraimawashi, the 6th arc, which is where I'm up to, so no spoilers for anything after that, please. But they still haven't translated the final 2 arcs, so I have no idea. I've never seen the 2nd season nor beyond of the anime. I've never seen the 1st season of the anime. This was a series I just happened to completely miss throughout my entire life as an anime fan. So when Annie suggested this game to me, I was like, sure, yeah, I'll play it. And I've really, really enjoyed it. Everything I've played so far. And the current, the 07th modding team, which is amazing, by the way, they have taken these exclusive arcs, which have only been released in the Japanese console release by a company named Alchemist, and which has gone out of business. So it's extremely unlikely that they'll ever officially be translated and released in the West. So what they have done is that they have kindly they've started to mod them in to the 4th arc, Himatsu, and of the PC release. So I'm here to play them for you. I have no idea what's going to happen in these. I know some are alternate endings, while others have their own basic scenario with their own original characters. So without further ado, let's start the Higurashi When They Cry console arc. Our very first one will be Taraimawashi. I'll be reading out the narration for you guys. And if anyone really wants me to, I can read out the character dialogue as well, but that's voiced. I don't think you want me to do that. All right, let's go. This chapter is an alternate take on Onikakushi, read after Taraimawashi.
人は誰しも辛いことから逃げたがるもの。人は誰しも現実よりも夢を見続けたいもの。越えるべき壁、向き合う現実から目をそらし続けた先に手に入れるものは一体何なのか。そして失われるものは。たらい回し。逃げることは罪じゃない。でも現実は夢のように甘くなかった。
What is it you wish to see? I shall show it to you. What is it you wish to hear? I shall tell you about it. But please, do not expect anything. As I'm sure someone like yourself who closes their eyes and ears will find no meaning in it. Interesting. I guess that's referring to the fact that it's an alternate ending, kind of non-canon, to the unbelievably sad events that happened at the end of Onikakushi. Cotton swayed as it drifted downstream. The Watanagashi ceremony will still be going on upstream. As I stared blindly at the river, pondering those thoughts, I failed to notice that Rena and the others had already moved on without me. I wasn't too worried about it, though. I've already grown familiar enough with this village to feel like one of the locals. So I decided to just relax here until someone comes back looking for me. When I turned my head, I just happened to notice a person standing off near the riverbed. Looking a little closer, it looked like a girl, with her long hair swaying about. I couldn't make out her face from behind, so I started walking closer. Maybe she heard the clatter of the gravel under my feet, She quickly turned back this way. Mion? Oh yeah, and it uses the PS3 sprites, but he's calling that Mion, but because this is Onikakushi and Keiichi has no idea that Shion even exists in Onikakushi, that's definitely Shion's PS3 sprites, since these console arcs are never going to be released with the current sprites. They use the PS3 sprites because that's all they have. Mion?
Ah, konbanwa, Kei-chan.
Yeah, they even say right there, they're not even mincing about that it's Shion. No, it was her twin sister Shion, really? He knows Shion, even though it's supposed to be Onikakushi. Interesting. I thought this was supposed to be alternate Onikakushi. Yeah, he knows who Shion is. I guess it's just something they didn't show in this version. You gotta get used to that, me saying something, thinking it's right, and then immediately being proven wrong by the text. Shion came to Hinamizawa to hang out with us a couple of times, and I met her at Angel Mort, but I still have trouble telling two of them apart from a distance. You can always tell usually when Shion wears more feminine clothing.
なんだ、シオンも来てたのか。
来てたらいけませんか？私だってこの村の人間なんですからね。
That's another thing the PS3 versions have, that if you get the 07th mod for the current PC versions of Higurashi, you can have the PS3 sprites which have moving mouths that move along with the text. This was all added in by the 07th modding team, including make these wonderfully drawn backgrounds instead of the washed out photos that the current PC release has. Shion left mischievously after saying that. Certainly seemed like a strange thing to say.
そりゃそうか。年に一度の村祭りだもんな。
ええ。
Shion's voice dropped slightly as she answered, and she turned towards the river. I felt a hint of discomfort. Did I see something weird?
そんなことないです。だけど、いえ、なんでもないです。
Even if Shion said it was nothing, her expression told me otherwise. In fact, her demeanor made it pretty clear that there was something after all.
どうかしたのか?
Shion continued pensively gazing downward. Her lips were moving faintly, but I couldn't understand a single word of it.
Kei-chan?
Then Shion raised her head and stared straight at me, while asking a peculiar question.
もし1年に一度決まった日に何かが起こるとしたら、ケイちゃんどう思いますか?
Now this is consistent with Onikakushi, in that I think by this time in the festival, I know he definitely didn't know right away, that the murders had occurred sequentially, just right after the festival each year since the dam project was stopped. And all Keiichi knew in the beginning was the original murder of the foreman of the dam, I believe.
どういう意味だ?
例えば事故とか事件とか。
なんか穏やかじゃないな。ひょっとしてこの祭りに来ると何かがあるってことか?
いえ、みんながみんなというわけじゃないんです。
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she's referring to, but you never know, with how they like to trick you with wording and things like. Yeah, that's a really roundabout way of speaking. If this was supposed to be a joke, that would have been the time to shoot it down. Who did she mean by everyone? Was she referring to someone in particular? Shion and I had stopped talking for a while. Silence filled the space between us. And it started to feel like I was choking myself. Oh God. I decided to open my mouth, but just then...
ケイちゃん、 たたりって信じる人ですか？
Curse. My impulse reaction to Shion's abrupt question was to turn straight towards her and stare blankly.
びっくりしました。ごめんなさい。突然変なことを聞いて。
Shion followed up with a few gentle words, but I struggled to muster a response. Her serious expression seemed eerily out of place. I couldn't help but feel uneasy.
綿流しのお祭りって、お社様のたたりを鎮めるための奉納が起源なんですよ。
Interesting, she's just spelling this out right now, which Keiichi does not learn in every timeline, and he learned that in the audience first learned that in Onikakushi, the chapter, the arc, not, because it's confusing because it's also the name of the festival. Yeah.
その神様のたたりを鎮めるために、年に一度こうして川に綿を流しているんですね。
Mian and the others told me that much. But even so, what do they mean by a curse? Are they saying Oyashiro-sama isn't a compassionate god, but a malevolent one?
まさかシオンはたたりを信じてるのか？
いえ、私はでもこの村じゃ若い人でも結構いますよ。信じてる人。
そうなんだ。
Given her personality, I would have expected more complete denial, but instead she was sending mixed feelings in my direction. I couldn't believe that young people in a world of modern science would believe in such a thing.
そして祭りの後、毎年起こるんです。決まってちょうど今頃に。
怒るって何が？
綿流しの日、この村の誰かが。
Now Shion, from what we know from Onikakushi, is a true believer in that, because Satoshi, who she really, really loved to a ridiculous degree, if you saw Onikakushi, if you played that, was one of the victims of being Onikakushi, just taken, demoned away. Shion paused for a moment and looked around her, then spoke on a low voice. On a low voice? I guess it's typo.
死ぬんです。
Honestly, I was finally starting to get used to life in Hinamizawa, but there were too many things I still didn't know. Like how people pretend to know nothing when you ask them about these terrible incidents that happened in the past. I knew Rena and Mian were hiding things from me. Still, they were just trying to avoid giving me a negative outlook on the village right after I moved here. Indeed, after giving it proper thought, that was the conclusion I reached. But even if it was all in the past, as a person living in Inabizawa, I wanted to be aware of its dark history. I appreciated that my friends were concerned about me, but nevertheless, I had my own interests to consider, and I was oddly curious. So, I wanted to hear it. I signaled for Shion to continue.
3年前の綿流しの日、それが最初でした。あるご夫婦が旅行先で崖下の濁流に転落したんです。
That was Satoko's parents.
旦那さんは亡くなって、奥さんは今もまだ死体すら見つかっていません。
Now there's always somebody who dies and somebody whose body or themselves, we don't know if they're dead or alive, just vanishes completely. Satoko's mother, then Rika's mother, then Satoshi.
転落って事故か？
警察の発表はそうなってますね。その翌年の綿流しの晩には、今度は神社の神主さんが原因不明で急死しました。 そして神主さんの奥さんはその晩のうちに沼に受水して自殺。その死体も未だに。
神社の神主ってこの神社のか？
So yeah, they're kind of basically going on a speed run here of this whole explaining the murders to Keiichi right in the beginning of this, assume too, because these alternate endings I heard are pretty short, so I guess they need him to know this information pretty quickly so we can get into the meat of the story. This information is usually doled out much more slowly or off-screen in the case of later arcs, because the audience knows it by then.
またその翌年、これももちろん綿流しの番。今度はこの村の主婦が撲殺体で発見されました。
Now in Mayakashi, they've really strongly implied for Satoshi to have done that. Everybody, including Rana, including Shion, including the police, pretty much everybody thought that was Satoshi who did that, and it even seemed like Satoshi did it himself. They never confirmed it, but it seemed like a foregone conclusion. Now I don't know whether that's a red herring, or yeah, if we're really supposed to completely assume that it was Satoshi. A shiver ran through me the moment I heard beaten to death. But more than that, something felt strange. When it came to the accident and sudden illness, I felt like there was too strong a possibility that those were simply coincidental, so it seemed unrealistic to attribute them to a curse.
でも、死んだ人たちは誰もがあることに深く関係していたんです。
Deeply involved, huh?
この村の大事件にです。
Hearing that reminded me of what Tomitake-san told me earlier.
ひなみ沢のダム工事。
どうして知ってるんですか？
Shion's unusually strong reaction left me confused. Was it really so odd for me to know about it?
それは驚きますよ。だってみんなこの話は知らない人にはひた隠しにしていますから。まさかケイちゃんが知ってるなんて思わなかったんです。
I see. I thought that might be the case.
そうですか。知ってたんですか。この人たちはみんなダムの誘致に賛成か、あるいは反対運動に消極的だった人たちなんです。
So, in other words, the guardian god of Hinamizawa was retaliating against the dam construction project that could have submerged Hinamizawa. At least, that's what the people of Hinamizawa seemed to believe. All the victims on the night of the Watanagashi were people connected to the dam project and to Oyashiro-sama. However, the beating death seemed different from the other incidents, because it was clearly a murder. Thinking about it that way, I started to worry that maybe the housewife beaten to death had a similar connection.
殺された主婦ってどんなやつだったんだ？その人もダム工事の反対運動に関係があるのか？
その主婦の旦那さんは旅先で転落死した夫婦の弟さんなんです。
Instead of allaying my fears, the tight connection only amplified them. The curse took her life, simply because a relative of hers was a dam supporter? The curse formed from the dam project, and the depths the village was willing to go to in order to keep it under wraps. The more I thought about it, the more anxious I started to feel about these incidents. Like the incident at the dam construction site. Yes, the brutal on-site murder of the manager. The manager. For those who are on the Discord server, you know my history with that word. Oh God, okay. Continue.
当時は工事の継続をめぐって論議が紛糾していました。そして次第に不祥事が明るみに出て、揺れに揺れて、あのバラバラ殺人は ダム計画に終止符を打った事件だったんです。
As soon as the word murder came out of Shion's mouth, I could hear it hauntingly echoing.
昭和54年の綿流しの日の深夜です。6人の男たちが口論の末に被害者に襲いかかったんです。
I love this music. Wow.
初めは殺すつもりはなかったそうです。
That is really cool. Like way better than a lot of the music in the question arcs already. Wow. Jeez.
だけど被害者がシャベルを振り回し始めると、自分たちも武器になるものを手にして一気に殺し合いにエスカレートしたんだそうです。
Interesting. I don't think we've received that little detail before. Of course, we could have and I've forgotten it, but I had this, again, nobody tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I'm only up to Higurashi of the main story, where the current official translation is at. But I had a theory about mind control, somebody controlling people. I wonder if the victim was the one in that case who was being mind controlled or heavily influenced. The angry men, enraged, with sparks flying as their shovels and pickaxes collided, and the victim was the manager of the damn construction site.
容疑者たちが言うには、その現場監督は日頃からその6人の容疑者たちをいじめていたそうです。それがその夜、酒盛りが深すぎて、みんなだんだんと気が荒くなって口論となって、初めは仕返しのつもりだったらしいのですが、しまいにみんなで寄ってたかって。
Ooh, God. Ooh, jeez. That Higurashi blood splatter. The men's enraged shouts echoed inside my head. The shovels and pickaxes collided and sparks scattered in the middle of the dark night. I could see the entire situation playing out inside my head.
気がついたら、そこには誰の目にも生きているとは思えない無残な姿が横たわっていたそうです。
I'm surprised at the detail that Shion knows about all this. Again, it could be my memory failing me, but I do not remember us receiving this amount of detail about the first murder ever before. A dull, dark liquid spread across the ground, a sickening aroma lingered. And then they all looked at their shovels and pickaxes and found them covered, not in dirt, but something else. Still, that wasn't enough. So, the suspects took the construction manager and...
バラバラにしてしまった。
Why? Why would they do something so horrible?
もちろん男たちも最初は警察へ出頭しようと考えたと聞きました。だけど、リーダー格の男だけが死体を隠そうと提案したようですね。そして、迷った残りの5人も。
Their thoughts quickly honed in on the desire to avoid getting caught. Indeed, they weren't in this alone. Each of them had 5 other accomplices with them. They all worked together to hide it. They could keep it hidden. They all had arrived at that conclusion. Plus,
死体を隠す方法がいくらでもある建設現場です。彼らはさっさと死体を隠し、その場を離れるはずでした。
I could picture 5 men desperately working, and their desire to get out of there as soon as possible. However,
リーダー格の男は他の5人がビビって自首して事件が発覚することを恐れたようです。そこで取ったのが他の5人の口封じでした。
一体どうやって？
Shion suddenly went quiet. It seemed like she was hesitating while deciding if she should say it.
どうしたシオン？
I urged Shion to tell me. She hesitated for a moment while choosing her words. then began to speak.
死体を人数分に切断して、それぞれの責任で隠すという。
Every time they bring up this aspect, I'm just reminded of, I don't know why, well, I do know why, but reminded of Castlevania 2, where it's like hiding Dracula's body parts in different areas and shit like that. I see the truth behind a dismemberment murder. It was divided evenly among the people involved. They each wore a piece to remind them of the sin they committed. I couldn't help but see their logic as a demonic way of thinking.
男たちは泣きながら、おののきながら、誰も逆らえませんでした。素直に従わない人もいましたが、逆にリーダー格の男に殺されることを恐れたんでしょうね。結局全員が手を下したと聞きました。
I stood there for a while, unable to close my mouth. The dam construction conflict was a fight for the survival of Hanamizawa, and a horrific murder happened during the course of that conflict. That much I already knew, and I was just expecting to hear that again. But in fact, it was far more than just that. A murder, an accident, a deadly illness, suicide, a beating to death. Killing, 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 killing. But I grew up in the modern era. I'd rather not believe in something like a curse. Still, these mysterious deaths kept happening every year on the day of Onikakushi. And on top of that, the victims are always directly related to the dam project. When you look at each incident individually, it's easy to see them as completely coincidental. But when they all keep adding up, it seems a lot harder to calmly brush them off as coincidences. I don't believe in curses. However, it certainly seems like someone or something is deciding that something should happen on every Watanagashi. Yeah, that's generally my theory right now as well. Like, there's gotta be, it can't be unrelated. There's gotta be, like, based on the things we know about the footsteps, and, like, because people can have hallucinations, and I definitely know that, but for people to have such specific and shared hallucinations, there's got to be something going on with that more than just the normal explanation for a hallucination.
ちょっと待て。それじゃあ今年の綿流しの晩にも誰か人が死ぬってことか。今度は誰なんだ。
わかるわけないじゃないですか、そんなこと。
Well, of course. If she knew anything about it, she'd be trying to prevent it. Or in the case of, the second arc, being one of the perpetrators, but although that was all incidents after the initial quote-unquote murder of Takano, who I still think is the mastermind, and Tomitake, who dies every time regardless. An unsettling wind flew across my moist, sweaty body.
みんな口にしないけど、今夜また何か起こるんじゃないかって恐れているんだと思います。
Higurashi is definitely waiting, got his police already, but still we'll never be able to catch whatever's going on with Tomitake ever. I don't know where he's being taken, probably to some secluded ass place that we'll find out in Taraimawashi, the final arc likely. But it's somewhere where even I guess Rika can't even follow.
それじゃあみんながお祭りに参加してるのは
Because they're all afraid of being cursed.
やっぱりみんな怖いんです。お社様のたたり。
I was left speechless. We're living in the Showa era. We've made incredible progress in every field of research, shining a light on the darkness of our ignorance. Black and white TVs are pretty much extinct. We managed to build a rocket that can send human beings to the moon. Nevertheless, even though we live in such a modern society, little by little, I was starting to understand why Rena and Neon were so hesitant to talk about it. If for Tanagashi ends this year without an incident, then I suppose there'd be no point in telling me anything. If nothing happens, then everything is fine. In that case, it's all needless panic. I just need to pretend that I never knew anything. The girls can act like nothing ever happened. And then we can get back to our normal, everyday lives. Right. I don't know anything, then.
やっぱり言わない方が良かったですか?
Well, Shion, you kind of just did. I mean, you're the one who brought it up and explained the entire thing, so... kind of like...
いや、そんなことは。
Even though I tried my hardest to speak normally, I couldn't completely disguise the anxiety building up inside me. And Shion continued, with no regard for whether I understood or not.
でもね、ケイちゃん。綿流しの後には死者ばかりじゃないんです。
And that always turns out to be true. As regardless of what happens to Takano and Tomitake, there's always some crazy ass incident afterward.
もう気づいているかもしれないですけど、一緒に誰かがいなくなるんです。
Also that the Onikakushi victim. I think in the original Onikakushi, all these events were revealed by Uishi much later. Shine Priest. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that. Let me go back. In the murder of the construction manager 4 years ago, it was the leader of the group. In the accident while on vacation, the wife was swept away by the river. The shrine priest's wife leapt into the water after his death. One person dies and another disappears.
さっきある主婦が撲殺された話をしましたけど、その事件の後にその家の子も
行方不明に。
And this person is the
本当
one.
に突然に。
Yeah. Now, interesting, because they said you can play this after Tatari, and you're kind of given the hint in Tatari as to the relationship, a pretty strong hint as to the relationship between Shion and Satoshi. But I wonder if they're going to spell it out more explicitly here. Shion's voice dipped even lower. I should have been able to hear the sound of the babbling stream. But that sound didn't reach my ears at all. On top of that, the voice of the Higurashi kept echoing in my ears, like they weren't aware of the time, and it was incredibly irritating.
事件は去年の6月20日の夜の9時頃、主婦が路上に仰向けになった形で、最初は中年の女性としかわからなかったそうです。
Those idiots. This in some big city like Tokyo. If you asked anyone in the neighborhood, they'd immediately know who you were talking about. It seemed natural for me to have my doubts about that. However, Shion's response was scathing and horrifying.
ええ、そうですね。でも、顔が完全に潰されていましたから。
For a moment, my thoughts ceased. If her face was completely destroyed, they wouldn't be able to recognize who she was. It took me a moment to realize that. But I felt a strange irritation, like a hair scraping against the inside of my ear. I had to rewind the tape just to hear those words again. Her face was crushed beyond recognition. Goosebumps erupted across my entire body, and sweat was pouring out of every available opening.
警察はその事件を恨みによる犯行だと考えたそうです。というのも犯人は後ろ頭をめちゃくちゃに叩き潰しておいて、その上さらに死体をわざわざ仰向けにして顔を潰していたんです。
The incident happened in the early summer. All that swinging was to fan the scent of blood all around the vicinity. I suddenly felt sick as I imagined the sight, smell.
そしてその事件の後に、その家の子が行方不明になったんです。
Shion, you're doing a very good job of pretending to be detached from all these events, I have to say. The child of the housewife whose face was crushed. Well, that's what he's thinking. It wasn't really her child, but appeared without a trace. How does that fit in? There should be some logic or reason behind it. So is there anything there?
その少年は行方不明になる前にこう言っていたそうです。誰かに見張られている。後をつけられているんだって。
I don't think we learned that until Onikakushi, yeah. Anyone dealing with that mental state would be frightened by mere shadows. If that's what the kid said, I don't think there's much room to argue that. I don't know if by this time in Onikakushi, Keiichi knew who Satoshi was. I think it took him a while to find out that Satoshi was Satoko's brother, and I don't think he's going to find out ever about the relationship between Satoshi and Shion. However, the story was completely different if the kid was feeling that way before the incident even happened. Then the kid might have known that disaster was about to come down on his family. Again, this is why I really think that someone is using some kind of mind control or mind influencing with the whole extra step thing for different people. And again, that's just my theory. It's got to be something it doesn't even have to be supernatural. It could even be a scientific explanation, like someone using some kind of advanced whatever technique. But I really do think that someone is using some kind of mental manipulation on the people doing the murders. And I still don't have a clue what's happening to the Onikakushi victims.
誰かが言うんです。それはお社様のたたりの前兆だったんだって。きっとあの子は心のどこかでひなみ沢を捨てて逃げ出そうという気持ちがあったんだ。それをお社様は許さなかったんだって。
Now, they say this can be played after Taraimawashi, but I really think that this is giving us a lot of hints towards Onikakushi here. Which stars little Miss Green Hair right here. A god who would have let the villagers abandon a village? Who won't let the villagers abandon the village? Could that be it? I couldn't believe in a god that would force that kind of devotion on people. I don't either. I'm pretty sure Oishiro, who seems to be Rika, who some kind of immortal or living through many different lives. Either she's Oishiro or she's the being who people call Oishiro, but something else entirely. And she's definitely not evil. So, yeah.
だから、きっと今夜もまた誰かが犠牲に。ケンちゃん!
Shion's words were interrupted by a voice calling out to me. When I looked back, I saw Mion waving her arms while running in my direction.
いやー、ごめん。一人にさせちゃって。
Oh, there's Mion. She actually gets to keep her outfit. I know that a lot of the people in the PS3 sprites got completely different clothing from their PC and original sprites.
あれ、シオン？こんばんは、お姉。何か用ですか？用って、用がないと来ちゃいけないの？
What's going on with Neon's eyes? Like really blank right there in comparison to Shion. Like, is that? It's like the scary eyes, Neon. Is that supposed to be? Let's see. Oh, split second. Oh, what's going on? Neon's voice had the hot breath of a beast behind it, and a bloody aroma that drifted all around me. That hot breath filled the area and made all the hairs on my body stand on end. Was I the only one who felt it? I took a sideways glance at Shion's face. Okay, yeah, they're doing it on purpose. And I was like, what's going on with their eyes? Jeez. There was no mistaking the narrow look in Shion's eyes. It seems obvious that she felt something from Neon's words. But Shion took it in stride and shrugged her shoulders, then answered in a light tone.
ただ、何か用があるのかなって。聞いてみただけです。
She was deliberately prodding at her sister's heart. Yeah, Shion, that's kind of what you... I really don't like that aspect of you, Shion. You keep on bugging your sister like that. Come on, give her a break. Oops.
あっそ
I do think Shion's a really interesting character, though. The next moment, Neon let out a pleasantly boisterous laugh. All the tension that was building up released at once, and a feeling of relief instantly came over me. Even though my heart couldn't fully comprehend the situation, I let out a sigh of relief, or something like that. And yet...
私はてっきり、なんかいけない話でもしてるところに来ちゃったかなって思ってね。
Yeah, seriously, she's like spilling the whole backstory to Keiichi right now.
いけない話って何ですか？さあ、私が聞いてるんだけど。
Interesting. One of the really nice things about these console arcs is that we get to see different interactions in different ways, such as we get to see Shion tell the backstory of the village and the murders to Keiichi and have Neon react to that. So the restless atmosphere came flowing back. Then Shion lightly smiled.
あ、そうですね。何ですか？いけない話って。
Now I wonder if Shion is referring to, like, this could be, again, in Keiichi's imagination that it all turns serious with it. Shion and Neon might be talking about Neon's crush on Keiichi. At this point in the story, that's something she absolutely knows. I faintly tilted my head to the side. Neon's expression grew more tense as she attempted to dodge the question. But a moment later, Neon returned to her usual carefree expression. And then...
だからさ、シオン。今日のバイトは休みなの？え、今何時ですか？もうこんな時間だよ。
Time for you to go to work, Shion. Go, get out of here. Neon pointed to her watch.
あ、いけない。思ったより遅くなっちゃいましたね。だから、いけない理由でもあるのかって聞いたんだって。
Huh? It's no good.
ありがとうね。教えてくれて。ケイちゃん、ごめんなさい。私、そろそろバイトに行きますね。
After saying that, Shion walked off at a brisk pace. Neon let out a sigh while watching her from behind. I guess it couldn't be helped. It's a very often repeated phrase in many anime and visual novels. So I quickly forced a smile in response.
シオンのやつ、なんだって？
I bet that's what Mion is thinking. Again, I could be wrong, and could you be thinking, oh god, she's telling Keiichi about the murders, but I bet Mion is worried about Shion spilling the beans on Mion's crush on him, because that is something that Shion at this point in the story would totally do. She asked that so suddenly, my voice got caught in the back of my throat.
あの子、ケイちゃんに何か言ったの？
いや、別に。
なんで隠すの？
And yeah, the musical is all scary and stuff, so I really, I don't know, I'm getting that vibe, that's what they're talking about, that's what Mion is talking about, and Keiichi has no idea, he's all creeped out from all the murder talk.
隠したってすぐにわかるんだからね。おじさんを煙に巻こうったって、そうはいかないよ。
Back to the creepy eyes, Mion. I sensed a bright light glimmering in the back of Mion's piercing gaze. I couldn't find the words to respond. I hesitated for a while, deciding if I ought to repeat what Shion told me. It was the story that Mion and the others were trying to keep hidden. I turned my gaze downward as I wrestled to find the right words. I could see tons of cotton floating down the river by my feet. But why? Was it because of the chilling story I just heard? Ooh. The shit's going down background here. The piles of cotton started to resemble slabs of meat flying down a conveyor belt. How interesting you make that kind of visual comparison, Keiichi. Suddenly, I felt like I had to throw up. Mion, yeah, it's gotta be that. Mion's like, what the fuck are you thinking of, Keiichi? It's like, I was bent over, holding a hand to it. Oh, poor Mion! Oh my god! What could she be thinking? Like, she could be thinking like, oh god, it's like horrible. Oh, Keiichi hates the idea of me having a crush on him so much that he wants to throw up. Oh god, poor big sis. Oh god. Oh god, Mion, you got it all wrong. Oh god.
大丈夫？
Oh god, poor Mion. I really do feel sorry for her because she's probably had the best life out of everybody, out of the whole friend group. Best childhood. But she's got her own troubles and stuff. I really hope that one of the future canon arcs, Higurashi or Taraimawashi, will have her as a point of view character. Because I think out of everybody, even kind of Rika, we've learned the least about her. Mion put a hand on my shoulder. Her hand was filled with soft, gentle warmth. I started to calm down.
ごめんね。ちょっときつい言い方になっちゃったね。
Yeah, I bet that's what Mion's probably thinking. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I really, given that this is Onikakushi, I bet that is what Mion was thinking. Well, you know, Onikakushi alternate ending.
でも、気にしちゃダメだからね。あの子って悪趣味なこと言って、人のことをからかう癖があるからさ。
Yeah, like, I really think that Mion thought Shion was either telling her about the crush or bad-mouthing her, which she has done in the past.
大丈夫だって。変なことなんか聞いてない。
Keiichi's ability to lie is inversely dependent on how serious he thinks the situation is, which has always been so hilarious to me. If the situation is completely for fun, like for one of the club activities, Keiichi becomes the world's greatest liar or salesman or whatever. He can convince anyone of anything. and puts all his passion into it. But if he thinks that shit is for real, he immediately completely fails at being able to lie at all, which I think is hilarious.
本当？
本当だ。
Like you could hear like the trembling in his voice. Like,
本当に本当？
本当だって。
oh my god. Leon carefully looked me over.
変だぞミオ。お前こそ嫌に勘ぐってないか。
いや、おじさんは。
Oh my god. Oh god, it's so cute. Oh, I'm blushing, Leon. You're cute.
なんていうか、こんな暗いところで二人っきり何してたのかなってさ。
Yeah, that's totally what she was thinking. Oh my god. I love it when Leon like totally lets down her guard and like that tough exterior, like to be leader, and she's just like inside Leon is just this blushing, sensitive mess, and like the complete opposite of her sister. It's like, oh my god, Leon, I really want to learn more about you in the main story.
なんだよそりゃ。意味がわからん。
いやいや、真っ赤に燃える太陽の季節ってか？
さらに意味不明な上に今は夜だし。
なんて、おじさん気の回しすぎかな。
The mouth movement is, I think, really pretty well done. I really like seeing it here. I'm kind of having a better appreciation for the PS3 sprites, I gotta say. The conversation is steered in an awkward direction. I still felt terrible for being unable to talk to Leon about what Shion was telling me. And as a result, I couldn't even bring myself to ask if Shion's story was true or not. I could still see a hint of doubt on Leon's face. So I just vaguely laughed along with her. Oh, there's baby girl! Oh god. Oh, can't wait to see you here. I looked back in the direction of that voice and saw Rano bouncing up and down while running towards me. Satoko and Rika-chan were panting heavily while running behind her.
ごめんなさいませ。圭一さんのことすっかり忘れておりましたわ。
何？俺のことを忘れるとは不届き千万。
嘘なのです。ちゃんと探していたのです。ただ、お話に夢中になってしまっていただけなのです。
Then what? Then why say that you forgot about me?
話だけじゃございませんわ。夜店で売ってるお菓子も悪かったのですわよ。私たちに落ち度はございませんわ。あんず飴とっても美味しかったよね。よね。
Oh, baby girl. You guys really forgot about me. The three of them looked at each other and grinned. I meekly leaned back and looked up towards the sky. You guys, you're all so... Oh, jeez.
おーいみんな。
And Tomitaka, you're still alive. Then Tomitaka-san came over to us.
あら、富武さんじゃございませんこと。富武、ちょうどよかったのです。今日の射的の結果発表だよ。
Yeah, that was the one where he won the prize for Venna. Oh, sorry about that, knocking the microphone. That was such a sweet moment.
そうだったね。結局ビリは僕なのかな。
Today's game ended with my dramatic victory, but it was followed by a fierce battle to avoid last place. That was a really cool slice of life moment. Seriously, that was so great, especially for someone like me who ships Rena and Keiichi like there's no tomorrow. That was such a great moment. Rika-chan was the last one to take the challenge, but by then there were hardly any targets left. And the few targets that did remain were small as a box of matches. Rika-chan tried aiming at her target, but the counter was too tall. It's impossible to maintain a stable posture while standing on your tiptoes. Not even I could pull that off. On top of that, the gun was so heavy that her arms couldn't help but shake. Everything added up to an impossible task. Nonetheless, it's a cutthroat competitive world. Even if you're at a disadvantage, you need to rise above it using your own strength in order to succeed. Strike back at your enemies. That's the law governing our club activities, our core value. With that in mind, I had no choice but to encourage Rika-chan. In other words, with the three of us already out of the picture, her best option was to tie it up with Tomitake-san. That's what I thought, anyway. However, battle-hardened Rika-chan had the most powerful weapon of all hidden behind her back. And that weapon was... Suddenly started crying, me, in front of the stall, forcing the shopkeeper into a dilemma. Oh, Rika! Oh, jeez, such a cute little blueberry. Jeez. Naturally, the guest walking by assumed the shopkeeper was the one who made her cry. Rika, you're so genius. Oh, God. How they all began coldly glaring at him. It couldn't be helped. Again, it couldn't be helped. He couldn't resist the young lady, so he handed her a pack of gum. Oh! In the end, there was nothing Tomitake-san could do to beat that. Rika-chan was like a sly fox or a cunning tanuki.
Keiichi, ひどいことを考えているのです。僕は立派な人間なのですよ。コンコン。
I don't think I've ever heard her make that sound before. She usually does the me and the me pa, but ultimately I decided her faint crying felt more fox-like.
というわけで、富武さんがビリに決定。
An uproar of applause rang out. Yeah, okay, we know what's gonna happen here. It's gonna follow Onikakushi.
どうもありがとう。
Tomitake-san seemed a bit confused and shyly scratched the back of his neck. How sad, he was completely blindsided by the horrors of this group.
え、どういう意味だい？
いやいや、ケイちゃんは運がいいな、富武さんって言ってるんだよ。そうなのですよ。とてもラッキーなのです。強運の持ち主でございますわ。羨ましい限りでございます。
You're so envious and you're welcome to trade places.
いいのいいの。運が良くて羨ましいな。はう。
Oh, baby girl. They're all demons. Now don't you start making fun of me, game. Come on, I know they're not demons.
じゃあ富武さ
I
ん、
know, I know.
覚悟はいいか
I
な。
had a theory for the longest time that because of confusion about the ending of Onikakushi, I thought that there was a demon inside Mion. And what I thought was a demon with Rena is probably someone using some kind of mind control ability, some kind of, or strong mind influencing ability.
罰ゲーム。
え？ああ、そうか。忘れてた。
Well, we haven't forgotten our part. Mion pulled a magic marker out of her pocket. That, yeah, jeez. Ah, and she has a mischievous look on her face. The ink looks oily. Oh, God. Yeah, for those who have finished Sumi Horoboshi, yeah, jeez, reminded of some sad stuff. I hope she's at least using something water-based.
ダメだよ、油性じゃなきゃ。洗ったら落ちちゃうでしょ。
なんだいそれで書くの？
Everyone worked together to hold Tomitaku-san in place, while Mion slowly approached with the marker in hand. Oh god. Yeah, I know nothing bad's gonna happen here, but just memories. The tension in the air was frightening.
それそれ。はい、キュッキュッキュッだね。
But Mion didn't write on Tomitaku-san's face. It was on his shirt. Hope you make your major debut soon, Mion. Then Rika-chan was next to take a turn with the marker. Even if you came in last place, you're still number one in my heart, Rika. It made me smile bitterly.
これじゃ罰ゲームじゃなくて寄せ書きだね。
私は甘くはありませんのよ。ちゃんと罰ゲームでいきますわ。
Hope you come in last place against next time. Again next time. Satoko.
次は圭一さんの番でございますわよ。
I still wasn't sure what to write, but considering this is a penalty, I thought something that seemed appropriate. Let's play again next time till you're here, Keiichi. And finally, I handed the marker to Vanna, my baby girl. Vanna hummed to herself as she considered what to write, but then she wrote something in a flash. Please show us your photos next time, Vanna. Aww! So cute! Tomitaku-san's eyes were wide open when we started, but at the end, he was smiling gleefully.
これ着たままで東京に帰らなきゃいけないのかな。
もちろん。罰ゲームだもん。ちゃんと着たまま帰ってね。
次に来る時にも着てきてくれるといいな。いいな。
He looked deeply moved. His face was bright red in a mix of embarrassment and a variety of other emotions.
分かった。
Tomitaku.
次に来る時もこれを着てくるよ。約束する。
Oh, that's right. Vanna asked him to show us his photos next time. There ain't gonna be a next time for a really long time.
そうだよ。富武さん、みんなの写真撮ってよ。
Oh god.
そうだな。記念写真を撮ろう。
Oh god. As Tomitaku-san said that, he laid down his tripod and configured the self-timer.
いいかい？撮るよ。はい、チーズ。
Cheese. Pretty funny. Everyone clapped and cheered in excitement. This was the perfect parting gift from a group of friends. Oh god. Suddenly, I noticed a woman in the vicinity looking toward Tomitaku-san. Apparently, Tomitaku-san had noticed her too, so I figured it was time to say farewell.
おやおや、お連れ様がお待ちですか？
No, leave her waiting. Believe me, I'm pretty sure she deserves it.
そろそろお時間かな。
え？そうみたいだね。
Tomitaku-san walked over to the woman, and it looked like he was apologizing for keeping her waiting, and apologized to her. We all took turns shouting goodbye to Tomitaku-san. Each time, He turned back and waved his hand. Eventually, he disappeared into the darkness of the night.
行っちゃったね。
Yeah, baby girl.
じゃあおじさんは後片付けがあるからここで。
Mion was apparently involved with post-festival cleanup, and Mika-chan needed to attend some meeting with the executive committee members. That's probably why she never followed Tomitake, but I would imagine at least one time when she would find an excuse to get out of it. I don't know. We'll have to see in future arcs why she never was able to follow Tomitake. Satoko was going to stick around with her, along with her as well. They're best friends. So Rena and I decided to break off here and head home together. Oh!
じゃあねケイちゃんまた明日。
Then Leon waved her hand.
あ、ミオン。
Leon suddenly stopped and I called out to her. I want to ask about the incident and why she wouldn't tell me about it. It's because she's not thinking about that, Keiichi. She's thinking about how much she loves you. Oh God. Fucking misunderstanding. But then, I remembered that the victims in the incidents were people opposed to the dam project. In other words, they were enemies of the Sonozaki family. So in the end, I couldn't bring myself to ask about it. Does Keiichi even know the details of the Sonozaki family in Onikakushi? I don't know, I think the audience first learned what they were really about in Watanagashi.
また明日な。
Could have learned it off screen, just like apparently he met Shion off screen in Onikakushi, in this version at least. I just realized for someone playing through the console version, that's got to be something extremely confusing. Like, I'm kind of spoiling almost one of the initial puzzle aspects of Watanagashi. If you somehow because in the console version, the original console release, you make choices to go to certain arcs. And I don't know if it worked that way, but if you could make a choice right at the beginning to go to this arc and see Shion right off the bat, you're going to be like, what the hell is going on? Leon never had a twin sister before, and we never even knew anything about her. But I don't know exactly how it worked in the original, but if it did work that way, that'd be pretty weird, I gotta imagine. That was all I could say.
また明日。
I had a vaguely confused look on my face as I saw Mion off. As I did that, Rena looked back at me with a blank expression. And yeah, here we go. And I think that's just good enough for a first video. So, just waiting for, oh yeah, there are chips in these as well. Interesting. Okay, so I think I'm going to save those to start for next time. I think we've had about an hour of recording around that. So if you can tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think I could improve. If the audio is weird or something like that, it's my first time making any kind of video. And I really appreciate your feedback, and thank you so much for sticking with me through all this. The first of many videos about the Higurashi console arc. And see you hopefully next time. Alright. Bye.